Hello, friends. It's me, Tuba, here on May 21st, 2021, in the hills of Kentucky. What you're looking at is part of what is going to be the floor of my cabin. The shape, the bottom floor, the shape of it is actually going to be basically a pentagon. And of course, you do not see a pentagon shape, but that's because it's not all been framed there yet. So this wood has been purchased with a whole bunch of other wood. So far, I've spent $120 on wood for a crap load of hardwood, very solid stuff. They call it bunk wood because it has not passed the inspection for them to be able to mark it up and sell it for an extremely large amount of money. So it's basically throwaway to the lumber yards. But it is gold to someone like me, right? One man's trash is another man's treasure. So I've spent $120 on wood, and this is not even close to the amount of wood that I've purchased for $120. Now, the posts that this wood is setting on, these are cedar posts. Now, this cedar has been provided by the land itself here. So the posts have cost me $0. Okay. So that's going to be part of my floor for the bottom floor. And as I said, the actual shape will be a pentagon. But this is kind of amazing in retrospect because just at the very, very end of March is when I came down here to the hills, and so it's been a little bit less than 2 months that I've been out here, and I didn't start working on this particular area until the beginning of April. And this was full of trees, and this area over here to my left, because I'm facing west, what you're looking at is the direction west, and to the south is this. Now, this was full of trees, and it still looks like it is full of trees, and it is sort of. It was a lot more cluttered. I will take you through a little walk. Now, imagine thousands and thousands of little trees popping up out of the ground with vines and fallen debris, fallen leaves that have collected for who knows how long. I don't know. But this was kind of unsafe to walk through because there were many vines and many of these stumps and little rocks and so forth that were basically hidden underneath this tremendous amount of leaves. Now, here's some leaves. I haven't yet got around to disposing of them or using them as mulch. We've been using them as mulch a lot, and what we can't use, I've been burning or collecting in a pile way out of sight. All of this, where you see the earth, was completely covered in leaves, possibly 6 inches thick, probably not 6 inches thick. It's all depends on if you're stepping on them or not. So yeah, all of this was completely covered in leaves, as well as full of very small trees that were never going to make it very long out here anyways, competing with these larger trees and basically stealing their nutrients. I've been People have recommended that I continue to remove some of these smaller trees, and I may, but I'm very reluctant to do so, as I really don't want to remove the trees. So it really is a matter of understanding, are they going to make it anyway? For example, this cedar tree right here. I love the cedar tree. I don't want to cut it down, but it is really right in the middle of three, very close proximity to three trees that are much larger than it. So it probably isn't going to survive, and I may end up taking it down. Now over here, we're still over to the south. I've got, this is part of the stream. It's not really a stream right now because we haven't had a lot of rain, but it goes up all the way around, way back farther than the camera can see even. But I've been diligently working at filling in all the gaps in this stream so that it's walkable, because I'm able to walk it right now very easily. I just got to pay attention to where I'm stepping. But it started here. Starts here. Here's the road. And it goes, it splits off actually a couple of different directions. But what I've been focusing on as far as this goes is I've been putting rocks everywhere that there was once mud. So what you see is nothing but rocks. Even in the smaller spaces, I've got rocks in them, even though I still have a lot more work to do. This was all mud here. There were rocks, of course, but there were a lot less rocks. There was a lot more visible mud to step in instead of rocks to be able to step on. So now it's rocks up to a certain point. I still have a lot of work to do, but it's getting there. By the time I'm finished with it, it is going to be incredibly beautiful. Although it's already incredibly beautiful. So this is the southern direction from the cabin, a little bit to the east. We can walk all the way back here. So we can walk here. Now it gets thicker back here. I have a lot of work to do if I'm going to clear it out back here. But I really do not think I'm going to spend too much time once I get this far back. I'm going to leave it alone, let it do its thing. I walk over here to the north from where I'm standing. Jump! Woo! Now I'm on top of the rocks in the back. Okay, so you can see where I basically am stopping. So this is the view from looking toward the west from the east part. I'm up on the rocks. And then over here is the north. These rocks are cool, man. All these crevices and nooks and nannies. It's pretty fabulous. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I've been up to. It's very peaceful. So let's see if I can do this here. Oh gosh. All right. So I'm standing up. I'm standing up on the joists. This will be the view of, this is the view to the east. This will be my back view. I'm standing right in the middle of where my back wall will be. Right in the middle. Well, not exactly here. There we go. Now I'm standing right exactly in the middle of where my back wall will be. This will be the view when I look out my back wall, because for the most part, my back wall is going to be a giant window so that I can indeed look at these rocks. That's why the back wall is a window. I had originally intended to build much closer to the rocks, but then I realized as I was clearing at some point that I would block off the view to these magnificent beings. I call them the protectors. I have named them all, or they have shared their name with me, however you want to look at it. These rocks each have a name. We'll start over here. That rock right there, that protector, that is Kronos. That rock right there, the protector, that's Odin. And this rock right here with the little tree in front of it, that's Loki, the protector. And we have a protector here, that's Valhalla. And over here, the protector, that's Thor. And over here, the protector is Heimdall. And over here, the protector, that's Asgard. And there are many more. They have not yet told me their names, but there are other protectors. I am protected along the east by the protectors and the trees. This is amazing. Okay, I'll share some updates in the future. Until then, remember everyone, the only thing that really matters in this life is that we take care of each other and that we love one another to the best of our abilities. Be kind, because nothing else matters. You know, the amount of money you have in your pocket, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What color your skin is, it doesn't matter. Where you're from, what country you're from, what religion you are, those things may seem important to a lot of people, but in the end, none of it matters. All that matters is that we love each other and take care of each other. It doesn't matter how tall or short you are. It doesn't matter whether you identify as a male or a female or something else. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. All that matters is that we take care of each other and love each other. It's all that matters.